Welcome into day number 57 of the $1,000 account challenge, and we are red on the day, down $72, but it ain't no thing. Down $72 and 0.72% of the total portfolio balance. Very small red day. I took some trades today that were riskier that I probably didn't need to take. It probably could have been a green day, but not by much. I was sized down pretty much the entire day. And just trying to mitigate risk, honestly. Didn't have a lot going on. It's just one of those days. If you don't know, my name is Gates. I'm taking $1,000, and I'm day trading options to see how far we can grow this account. So straight off of our day trade watch list, we did have Apple as a long idea above $175. So we will start with that. Now, the first trade that I took on this was that riskier trade, right? Where we get the run up to 175, an initial rejection, a rally back up to 175, and at the time, Apple's showing relative strength. SPY's coming down, Apple's pushing up. So I'm thinking maybe if SPY bounces, Apple gets a big pop move over the long trigger, and we're going to be in the trade, and we're going to make money. Yay, right? So we go long right here, at least I do. I go long right here under 175. I know, breaking the rules, risky trade, right? Mitigate the risk with smaller size. It doesn't break. It winds up pulling back. I cut this for, I think, like a 7% loss. Okay, no harm, no foul. So we're waiting. We do get the break of 175, and look at that, on higher volume. Exactly what I wanted to happen over here just about 30 minutes later. So when we get this move, I'm watching it, and I'm like, do I take it? Do I not take it? I missed the pop. I don't want to market buy on this. I'm not chasing the move up. Wait for a pullback. We get the pullback. Green candle starts to form. I'm like, great, let's go long on this now. We're going to get the run to the high of day. Through the high of day, I'll be able to profit on this trade. And no, Apple turns right back around. And when it does reject the high of day up here, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to wait for this to break 175. Let me set a tight stop loss to mitigate risk. I took about a 3% loss on this trade as Apple curled back over. I got out before this dump, and this dropped back down to 174.6. So unfortunately, two losses back-to-back there on Apple, totaling about 10%. Not big losses. Again, just sized down, mitigated the risk a lot here, but just trades that didn't work. Now we're moving on over to AMD, which was, by the way, this morning a 4% gap down. Pretty wild, right? But that is crucial to know. So AMD was a short idea below $182 with a 4% gap down and an opening sell-off on SPY. AMD starts to push. And I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, AMD might hold this short trigger at 182 as a point of support and press higher and reverse up to fill the gap that it had from this morning. So when we get the initial run and it's showing relative strength and we get the pullback, I go long off of the pullback with a stop loss close to the low of day, looking for the rebound bounce. We don't get it. The stock sells right off. This is another riskier trade, right, where I go in with smaller size just to mitigate the risk because we don't have bounce confirmation. In hindsight, I probably could have closed this the moment that it broke below 182, but because I was in with smaller size, I was willing to let it run against me a little bit down to the low of day, wound up just cutting the trade. Well, then I go, wait a minute, this just fully retraced the pop move up, and it's a gap down day, so the opening rally got sold. Maybe I should just go short on this thing. So I do just that. I flip it. I go from long on the idea to short on the idea. We get a rally up close to 182. I go short here. Phase of consolidation, I add to the position over here because it's staying under 182 this whole time. And we do get the move down into the low of day, and this is a 20% gain. By the way, this over here was about a 25% loss, but it was with smaller size. I told the team we're using medium size on here because we scaled in on this. We get the move down, 20% gain on the day. Just unfortunate that my 20% gain on the day on this one trade on AMD was not enough profit to recoup the two losses on Apple and then the one loss here on AMD. So overall, it is a red day for me. But like I said, I mean, we're not blowing the account. We're going to normalize these paper cut losses. To have or to walk away with a small red day on a day like today where the entire day trade watch list, I don't think anything hit other than AMD, which we did trade, where the watch list is a miss and stocks just aren't moving the way that you think they're going to move. To have a small red day on a day like today, it's still a win, right? I'm going to be as transparent as I can be with this challenge. And look, not every day is worth a trade. I probably messed up by breaking my rules and taking trades that I should not have taken, so I'm going to own that. But I mean, still, I'm only down $72. No harm, no foul. Hopefully we will come back from this loss. I'm sure we will. Okay, that's it. That's all that I have for you today. I hope the video has helped you out. Press that like button for me if it has, and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as well, as it's just the best way to support me as a content creator, and it is free to do. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you tomorrow when we continue the $1,000 account challenge. Cheers.